Welcome back, ladies and gents, to our time here in Brighton. And, well, things have been a little longer than I expected. I expected to be coming back after only 4 games. Well, the fixture got pushed back a little bit, so now we've played through 6 fixtures, but how did we get on in those 6 games? Well, first of all, I believe we headed away to Crystal Palace. Yes, Crystal Palace, because we played Wolverhampton in the last one. My brain just went and slowed down there for a second. A simple 1-0 victory in the end. We just didn't play very well. We had plenty of players who were just struggling. Lamperty on a 6.3 specifically. Minamino, by the way, has been terrible since we brought him in, so hopefully he can start picking things up. McAllister, who's been begging for game time, of course, he struggled. He's been playing bad as well. Webster in this case had a bad game, and Ross Barkley, as well as a few others. Pavon on a 6.5 for example. The next game though, because we've got plenty to go through, like I said, we've got 6 matches to go through. The next one is Manchester United. Now this one is less of a surprise. In fact, this one, I think, yes, we've got Duff, Webster, Kusarella, Lamperty and Dunkall playing. So this one I actually switched up the formation. The fans were getting on my back. They was complaining that I was always using a 4-2-3-1. And those of you who know, when Football Manager tells you you keep using a formation, you've got to change it. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You have to change it. The game will make sure you do not pick up results until you start changing it up. So I swapped it up for this game. We had 5 at the back, 3 central defenders, 2 as wing backs, 2 central mids, 2 wingers, and of course our striker. And, well, it started off pretty reasonably. We held them out for nearly half an hour, but Rashford then got a goal on the 29th minute. Maguire scored a header from a corner, I believe, and then McTominay went and got them a 3rd and final goal. Those last 2, of course, we went from a defensive approach, I believe, when Rashford scored, to having swap it up, go a bit more attacking when we went 1-0 down, and ended up 3-0. Not the worst of results, I would say. It's against one of the better teams in the league, of course. And then we versed Leeds United. Now, Leeds United have been having a pretty darn solid season, as you can see 39 days ago, because, yeah, there's a big gap between, I believe, Leicester and the game before Leicester, like 3 weeks. I think it's international. Well, it must have been international break. We had a lot of players out for international breaks. So, big international break. That's something else to go into, but in this one, Duffy struggled on a 6.2, but we did have Minamino actually playing half decently in that one, got himself a 7, Higuain got a 7.3, did pick up a little bit of a niggly knock, Trossard with a 7.6, and a solid 3-1 victory. 45th plus 3, nice time to score for Higuain. Dallas got them one back, but then Trossard with a 2-minute quick response before Pavon sealed the deal on the 89th minute. Then the next couple of games, in fact, you know what? The next 3 games. There you go. Draw, draw, and draw. We are the team of draws. You already know it. Watford ended up being 1-1. That started off with them getting a 76th minute goal. Welbeck got an equaliser on the 81st. We then have Leicester. Now, Leicester is the interesting one. There's no point in looking at Manchester United. That was a good game. We gave them a good game. Solid match, as you can see. Ratings across the board. No one really did too bad. I can let Stanciao and Barkley get 6.5s in a game like this. It was just a solid all-round good effort from both sides. Unfortunately, no one could break the other down. But prior to that, of course, like I said, the Leicester game, as you can see, Daka did eventually get them a goal. But if you have a little look at this highlight, well, he missed a rather interesting chance. So yes, that was the only chance that I've really seen of our goalkeeping rule actually nearly biting us in the backside. Yes, he does have to run back every single time, and that is the one time I've seen someone nearly score from it. But thankfully, Daka, awful finishing in that situation. He had a couple like that in this game. Like I said, he did get himself on the score sheet, but he definitely missed more than he hit. But speaking of good goals, let's have a little look at this finish from Vestergaard. But with our games out of the way, let's have a little look at that notebook. Right, ladies and gents, we are of course here in the notebook, and as you can see, we are kicking things off with our injuries, which, as you know, here in Brighton, we get quite a few of. So first of all is Thur. He picked up a twisted knee in a training session for 5 to 8 days. On top of that, Higuain, well, he suffered a bruised ankle in the game against Leeds United. We have Solly Marsh. He went and sustained a bruised thigh himself in training. Doesn't say for how long. Jason Steele, he, well, suffered a tight calf during training session. That kept him for 1 to 3 days. And McAllister, you know, the man who has been asking for plenty of game time but been playing absolutely awful. Well, he picked up a tight hamstring and during a turning awkwardly in training. Interesting. So he doesn't even know how to turn. But 1 to 3 days whilst he is treated. So those are our injuries. How are our player concerns? Well, we've got 3 of those to look at. That manager slams team. Yes, Luke Dunk went to the press, and that's annoying. But he went and pointed out that after losing to rivals Crystal Palace, yeah, I berated the team, and rightfully so. It was awful. So I berated them for that loss. Wasn't particularly happy. Duffy dropped lack of football concern because, of course, I tried that 5 at the back, and it means he was, of course, starting in some of them. And, well, McAllister handed in his transfer request. So you might have seen he played in quite a few of those earlier games. I got sick of him being absolutely terrible, so I dropped him, rightfully, of course. He then didn't like the fact that he wasn't playing anymore again, so he handed in his transfer request. I said, fine, I'll sell you if you really want to go. So McAllister probably on his way out, but it's not our issue. We don't have to deal with it. We'll be somewhere else, hopefully at the other side of the planet, enjoying the sun out of the rain here in England. But team news, well, how's that been going? Well, fans criticised Tomlinson's tactic. I mentioned this briefly on the other section. They was criticising us after that 1-0 loss for using the 4-2-3-1 quite a bit, so I swapped things up like I said. Now, 18 players were called up for international duty. I'm not going to read... Actually, I probably should, because I'm covering them up. But we have Stanisic for the under-21s for Croatia, under-21s England is Lamptey, Northern Ireland under-19s McConville. We have Karbawanik for Poland's under-21s, under-21s Republic of Ireland. We have Moran and Ferguson. Zambia, full team of course, not the under-21s this time, is Mwempu. We have the United States, Michael Bradley. Moda for Poland, Stansiu and Andon for Romania. We have Norway, where we have Ostigard. Republic of Ireland is Connolly, Molumby and Duffy. We also have Switzerland with Zakiri, and Belgium under-21s to Songhai, and Denmark, I want to say Danish under-21s, basically is Fred Rupp in that one as well. So that's all of the international call-ups over that 3-week period before the Leicester game that took forever to get through, to be honest. Now, Klopp, not particularly happy with our Karius loan arrangement, and I don't blame him, to be honest. I said I would start him. We've got Sanchez, who wants to be a starter as well. We've got these 2 goalkeepers. He can't take free kicks as good as Sanchez, at least on paper. He did take some decent free kicks, to be fair to him. But Klopp keeps coming to me, keeps saying, you aren't playing him. You said you'd play him. And I keep telling him, well, he's played enough. Yes, I know. I keep lying through my teeth to Klopp. But he keeps accepting it because, I guess, Klopp is just a beta male, or at least in Football Manager. And now, Brighton announced new youth intake. I think I should have probably done this in the prior episode. There weren't really a whole lot of players, to be honest. There's about 3 or 4 players. I brought them in for the club for the future. They're not, of course, going to have any effect on us. Brighton set to record a new record for draws. Now, currently we have 15 draws this season. In order to reach the record, we need 3 in the remaining 8 games, I believe we've got left of this season. So going to be interesting if we can take that draw record. We've been rather good at it this season, of course. We are topping the league, at least, in that. Now, no love has been lost between Barkley and Tuchel. Yes, Tuchel is still at Chelsea, so we are playing Tuchel and Tuchel's troops in this one. Ross Barkley returns to face his old club, of course, so hopefully Ross Barkley can put on a good show here today. But without further ado, let's head to the dressing room. And starting for Brighton in today's game against Chelsea, we have Sanchez in goal, the backline of Cusarella, Webster, Dunk and Lamperty. On the wings is Minamino and Pavon. In between is Stanciao, and behind them in central midfield will be Bradley and Barkley. Higuain up front on the bench consisting of Carrier, Sarr, Stanisic, Byrne, Fabregas, Fredrup, Trossard, McAllister and Welbeck. But enough rambling from me. We are, of course, going for a balanced mentality, but let's go have a look at that team sheet. And so, ladies and gents, the team sheet is out, and well, Thomas Tuchel is going for 6 changes, including a few that I'm a little bit happy about, including Kai Havertz, Jorginho and Ben Chilwell. All 3 of them I'm very happy to see missing. Today, though, he's going for Reece James, and a few other big names are still in there. He's got Martial, which is interesting, alongside Werner and Lukaku, but let's head to the dressing room. Let's tell the lads nobody expects us to get a result. Exactly. Let's pump them up. No one expects a result. You know what? No, we can't do that one. Fine. We'll do it with punch fist. Got to do the punch fist, you know, get everyone pumped up for this game. So I know we are the underdogs here. I know we're underdogs here, but go out there and give these fans a performance to cheer for. You know what? No gesture. Nobody expects us to... Yeah, go out there. No pressure on you. Relax, lads. Stick your feet up. Relax. We got this. You know, no one expects a result. Only result people expect, possibly, is maybe a draw. You know, because we are the masters of draw, right? Regardless if they're top of the table, bottom of the table, somewhere in between, we just happen to get draws. We don't lose, we don't win, we just draw. We're a rather dull team. But it's ball up to Werner, knocks it on to Lukaku, who will just hoof it into the crowd in this situation. Now, there's only one other game going on right now, Brentford versus Norwich. Well, Norwich down in 19th. Where is Brentford right now? They are up in 16th. So, it's relegation battle scrap for them. Tottenham's still down in 15th, by the way. Back end of the season, Tottenham is still down near that relegation scrap. I don't think they're going to get dragged into it with a 12-point gap. But it is funny to see them right next to that relegation zone. Mendy short to James. James is going to play it up now. Chelsea building from the back. Looks like they're not doing a whole lot of building, though. They are going the wrong way right now. Rudiger is going to play it back along the defensive line. It's over to Rudiger once more. Kante back to Rudiger again. They are doing very much what we seem to do with our 2 centre-backs and goalkeeper, you know, just hold possession in the defence and not really do a whole lot. Waste about 5 or 10 minutes of our time and lives as we watch them just pass it around. See, we're still going backwards. We're still in the defence and going back to the goalkeeper. Chelsea, you might want to come this way, you know, towards our goal, not yours. Right, it's up to Martial. I think they are ready to start an attack. Lukaku is probably going for a ball through. He's found Werner. Werner's found his space. Oh, lovely save by Sanchez, though. Good save, Sanchez. Good save. Good solid save there. Lamptey on a 6-5. He's going to have to stick with Werner in this one. And I think he is going to struggle, but I believe in him. Sanchez, great collection there from the corner. And 26 minutes in. It's looking okay. It's looking okay, lads. You're doing decent. Chelsea's having a rough season. They are, of course, right near us in the league. They are in touching distance. If we can win today, I believe we'll go past them. I want to say take over. It didn't sound quite right. Ball up to Barkley. Oh, Barkley! Jesus. Ross Barkley, what on earth was that shot? He wants to get a goal against Chelsea, clearly. Jesus, no love lost there. What a beautiful effort. Minamino, that caught me off guard. You could probably tell. Cusarella up to Barkley. Barkley's like, screw this. Smash it into that corner. He finds it. Yes, Mendy got a hand onto it, but Want enough? James now, free kick, sailing over the bar. Sanchez can do a better free kick than that. He's going to do it right now. Come on, next highlight. Sanchez, top corner. Show them how to do it. Show them. Come on, Sanchez, right now. Yes, come on. Top corner. Oh, that would have been amazing. Imagine I say that and it happens the very next highlight. Oh, this game. Come on, Pavon. Where's he going with this? Near post. Oh, Lukaku's nodded away. But can Lamptey win this race? He probably is. Oh, he did. Nice one, Lamptey. Honestly, didn't believe in you winning that race. But I'm proud of you for doing so. Oh, Higuain intercepts it. Come on, Higgy. Higuain, 13th goal of the season. And ladies and gents, here on the 35th minute, we have a 2-0 lead against Chelsea. Come on. Come on. Oh, what an interception by Higgy. Puts it in the bottom corner. And we are 2 points behind Chelsea. Okay, so they won both of their games in hand, I believe. I believe they might have had a couple of games in hand. I think it's when we went on that drawing spell, because before that drawing spell, we was definitely in touching distance of Chelsea. But this, it's going to bring us straight back. Obviously, just a point behind them now if we can retain this win. Matt Shalbo trying to break this with a ball over to Werner. Lovely save by Sanchez again. That's twice he's had that 1v1 and twice Sanchez has come up big for us. But can we get this corner away? Yes, we will work it into the box. We are going to work it. Dunk nods it away. Martial to collect. What's he going to do with this, though? Goes short to James. James whips one across. It's Hudson-Odoi. Nods it in. Dunk, lovely interception. Nods it onto Pavon. It's now Barkley, and the highlight is over. We can breathe. We can have a drink. Relax and calm from all that beautiful football action we just saw from Barkley and Higgy. Come on, Higgy. Come on, Ross. Whew. So, 6 shots apiece in the end. They have a 0.92. Interesting. And possession. Their passing's been lovely. Admittedly, a lot of that's probably built up from them doing triangles at the back and passing it along their defensive line. Bit of stat padding, but, you know, Chelsea, we'll take the points. You can have the stats, you know. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Keep it going, lads. Yes, come on. We are pumped for this one. Usually not so pumped because we're used to draws, 0-0s, 1-1s, just mellow games here in Brighton. Just a rather chill environment. But right now, things are getting fiery, and Cusarella is coming down this left-hand side as he plays it into Minamino. Minamino whips one in. It was too far, Minamino. That was a great opportunity. Just a little softer. Just tap it in. Little taparoo. Right, Bradley back to Webster. Over to Dunk. Dunk is going to build from the back now up to Barkley. Finds Stantiu. Stantiu, where's he going to go with this one? The Romanian international is going to go out wide to Pav on. He's going to turn back and plays it back to Lamptey. He finds Barkley. Now back up to Stantiu. It's with Higgy. Higgy back to Barkley. Barkley is going to play it through to Pavon. Now up to Stantiu. By the way, Pavon is wasted on the wings. He scored a beauty in one of those catch-up games. I can't remember which one it was. You will have seen which one of you, of course, scored him. But he's a solid striker. He does really feel wasted on the wings. It's just, we've got Higgy. We've got to play Higgy. Let's use Higgy. I love Higgy. He has some rough times. But then he has games like this, where he has a 7.4. So, Pavon, where's he going to go with this one? Whips it in. Back post. Oh, it's nodded away. But Minamino going to be the one to collect this. Just keeps it in play. Good job, Mini. Now it's up to Stantiu. Turns, plays back to Minnie Mouse. Unfortunately, the tackle does go back to Stantiu. Now Barkley. Now to Minamino up to Pavon. I keep wanting to say Minnie Mouse. I don't know why. Pavon back to Barkley. Now Stantiu gets it over to Lamptey. He turns back to Stantiu once more. It's with Barkley over to Lamptey. We do need to think about substitutions in about 10 minutes, but it's a ball through to Pavon. Oh! Interesting approach of saving that, by the way, Mendy. You just sort of stood there and let it hit you. Almost like you knew it wasn't going to go in. Pavon, though, whips it in. Lukaku nods it away. Pavon should get this one back, though. Can he make use of this possession, though? He's going to cut inside. Plays it into Stantiu. Over to Higuain. Higuain back to Barkley. He gets over to Pavon. Overlap. Overlap. Yes. Come on, Lamptey. Whip a good crossing. Okay, ball across Stantiu. That works. Grazes the top of the goal. Minamino, by the way, on a 6-4 is probably the one I'm looking at substituting right now. Lamptey on a 6-5 is okay. Don't want to mess with our defence too much, especially considering Werner's on that side and he will utilise a new player coming on and not quite being sharpening the game. So, Rudiger going to play it inside to Werner. Werner's going to turn and play it over to Jorginho. It's now over to Saul. Better call Saul as he pulls it back to Hudson-Odoi. Now inside to Martial. Safe to say that was a soft goal. Very soft goal. I feel like Sanchez, you could have walked over to your post and probably picked that up. Look how softly it trickles through. You don't even dive. Like, what are you doing, Sanchez? Don't complain that the defense didn't do their job. You didn't dive on the ball. Push it around your post. Do something, please. Chelsea has pulled one back. And we have 5 minutes from our usual substitution time. So we're going to let it run a little longer. I'm going to let it run to about 65 this time. Get another highlight out the way. So it's a ball in. Werner back post. Almost made me regret it. Almost. They could still do, of course. It's a corner right now. And Norwich has gone 1-0 up in their game. It's Jorginho, though. Whips it in. Back post. It's not away. Only as far as Martial. Edge of the box. Thankfully, Minamino clears it away. Azpilicueta will collect it. But that highlights. It's gone. And we. Okay. 6-4 I can't let sail. I can let a 6-5. Gotta say. 6-3 wouldn't make sense. But you know what? Is Sarr the better option? Or is... No, Stanisic is the better option. The new guy is better. So, Stanisic can go out there. We then have Minamino. So, Minamino for Trossard. Or do we go Pavon and Trossard on that wing? You know what, Pavon, how are you getting on? Pavon's not having the greatest game. So, we'll give him the opportunity to cut in a bit more and make use of the fact that he is a really good striker. He can go on as an inside forward. We'll put him over there, and then do we risk Cusarella on the yellow card? He's got a 6-9, he's playing okay. Bradley's on a 6-5. You know what, Bradley? I love you, man, but Fredrop, the youngster, he's good. Let's see why. Exactly, Manchester United wanted this youngster. Manchester United, of course, 4th at the moment. They've slipped from their great start to the season, looking like they was going to win the league, in fact, but they're now behind Leeds United. Sanchez, come on, big free kick, Sanchez. Not bad for a goalkeeper. Not bad for a goalkeeper. Keep telling myself this. It's like, he's just a goalkeeper. If he can get just one, I'll be happy. But it's nice to see him taking them. Dunk up to Barkley. Barkley back to Dunk. It's one of those fun things to do, let your goalkeeper take it. So I kind of like it as a rule. Although it's not the best strategy, it's a fun one. It opens up the game. It gives you something interesting to watch. And Cusarella's now going to play it down the wing to Pavon. Speaking of good things to watch, can he get a good cross in here? Pulls it back for Fredrop. Fredrop now has support behind him. Goes all the way over to Barkley. That was interesting. Pavon, though, in... Pavon! Pavon. That was a nice bit of play. Gets inside, unfortunately cannot get it in the back of the net. Stantiu will whip one in, though. Oh, Dunk. Could not dunk it into the net. What's this? Of course, it's not basketball. This is football. Or soccer. But I don't like soccer. It's football. So, remaining few minutes. Barkley up to Trossard, who has now picked up a knock. That's not good. Stantiu, though, tries to get it through to him, and Chilwell will intercept. Gets it Hudson-Odoi up to Martial. He's broken through. Sanchez save it. Lovely block. Good bit of effort getting back Webster. Love that. Love that determination from our defence to get back. Sanchez, free kick, back post. Oh, goalkeeper to goalkeeper. No, please, run. Sanchez, run for your life. There's 5 minutes of additional time. Who? This ref is crazy. This ref is crazy. Why is there 5 minutes? We only need 1. Instead, it's Better Call Saul. Gets it over to James inside to Kovacic. He's going to play up to Marshall one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, no. Thankfully, he's offside. But that was too close. Way too close for comfort. Rudiger plays it over. It's now to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta goes route 1 down this left-hand side. Finds Chilwell. He's got a ball now on this left-hand side for Chelsea. Thankfully, it is blocked. And it is out for a corner. We've got a minute and a half to hold on, lads. Come on, please. Hudson-Odoi whips it in. We don't want another draw. As funny as it would be to get that new record of draws, we want the win. Give us the win, please. Fredrop over to Pavron. Pavron? Sure. It's over to Trossard. Now, it's played up to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi on this left-hand side. Where can he go with this one? Tries to pull it back. Dunk, though, instead tackles him, plays it short to Ross Barkley, and they are just holding possession between them for the moment until they give it away to Jorginho. It's now Chilwell. Chilwell turns back, plays it back to Rudiger. Rudiger plays it through to Hudson-Odoi. Thankfully, Sanchez makes the save. And we have a minute. Just burn the minute down, lads. Just burn the clock. It's just 1 minute. 1 minute of your lives, lads. Not even that. 30 seconds now. 30 seconds. Ross Barkley up to Stanciu. All the way back to Barkley. Gets it up to Higgy. Higgy and Barkley, of course, our goal scorers here today. And 2 beautiful goals they were. Webster over to Dunk. Now finds Barkley once more. Barkley running out the defence. Tries the ball over to Trossard. Chilwell will intercept it, though. Nods it down to Rudiger. Rudiger up to Hudson-Odoi. 9 seconds left. Webster intercepts. Nods it up to Higuain. And surely the whistle's going to go soon. Barkley back to Dunk. Oh, ladies and gents, it is all over. We have picked up the victory here at Stamford Bridge against Tuchel and his troops. Yes, come on. Sanchez, of course, our best performer with a 7.4. And as you can see, you know what? It was a pretty close game. 13 shots apiece, 7 on target apiece. They had a bit better XG and a bit better on the possession. The passing, of course, was slightly better, but they did foul us 17 times, and we scored 2 absolute beauties in this one. But we, of course, have an even harder game in the next one. Sounds weird to say, I know, because we're playing Arsenal in the next one, which to me, mentally, is actually an easier game. But the way the table is looking right now, Arsenal is actually quite a hard game. So we're going to be going to Arsenal away in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.